Okay, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. This is a Stepped of the Howling Wind scene, ages 18 and up, I presume, for viewers, which means my sister who stalks all of us. Please stop watching. The scene will open with Aziza holding the newspaper or those little booklets you can get at stores of apartment and house listings, walking with Darcy to look at said apartment listings.
Darcy's just walking with her, looking around. He's hasn't really looked for an apartment in forever, and he's just like, okay. And it's actually kind of upsetting him.
He will notice, even though she's in her typical like hoodie and blue jeans, like normal today, she's less bitch mode. She does have like rope burn marks like right around her shoulders, her wrists. Yeah.
Girl, that's intense. What did you? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna. I can't judge. He puts a finger up. He
Uh,
puts two fingers up, really close together, like.
she is wearing her sunglasses still, and she won't look Darcy in the face. She goes, "I learned what macrame is."
Okay.
I also learned not to piss your boyfriend off.
That's what happened. He furrows his brow. He's looking over at her, concerned.
Everybody look all awkward. Yep. I need to go kiss his rim.
Probably don't say that specifically, but and like,
That's his face.
try. He just shrugs.
A lesson, like I told you in the pack. I will not answer.
And you cut out again.
I
Hello, Aziza.
also he could have been punishing me because I wasn't completely honest.
I just want you to think about it this way. It's not like he made the decision for me, that he did all of these terrible things to me. No, I made this choice.
See, there's one thing I've learned since here.
And you cut out again.
Can influence outsiders can influence you greatly. Even using you.
Caught
Did you
half
hear
of
that?
that. I caught half of it. Like, outsiders can influence you greatly, and then the rest was cut out.
Even if you don't realize they are influencing you. Oh my god.
Are you okay? I'm sorry. Okay,
All right, I replugged it back in. Maybe that'll work.
that helped. He takes a deep breath. But still, even if you are influenced, even if you have somebody who. He looks at her.
She sighs again and looks directly at him this time, grimacing some as she looks at his face like she just saw a pile of garbage, but continues looking. Darcy, let me ask you this. Or something. How can you have loved someone 1 minute and then within a couple days you're completely moved on, it looks like? The whole sept thinks maybe you never even loved Benny.
He starts tearing up. He shakes his head.
I get that you loved him, but To us, it looks like you're under some kind of like Disney villain spell that's stolen all your heart and love. He's your Maleficent. Yes, she called him Maleficent. Johnny's probably one of our viewers.
He's tearing up.
She'll hug him. She's like, I'm not trying to say this to be mean. I'll be accepting of him. But the way he came into your life is really suspicious to a lot of us.
It may seem that way. Then he just squeezes her softly.
She'll give him like a squeeze hug back, and she's like, "You're like a brother to me," which means I will kill the fucker if he hurts you. And yes, she says it exactly like that, like her normal speech, because lack of sleep.
Mm-hmm. I know that it may seem like a really huge mistake that I've made, but Benny and I were distancing ourselves for a while.
That's fine then. I'm just saying, with how quick the other part from without Benny involved is happening, it looks suspicious. It looks strange to us, but it's your life. We can't control it. All we can do is be there and try to support you. On the side note, I have the cold chills. I feel like I'm being watched. And we always can atone for our sins later.
It's because you are being watched. He looks at her.
Oh, joy.
He smiles softly. You know that Anton saw everything that happened that night, correct?
Just sighs.
He nods. I love you. You're like my sister.
I love you so much. I would totally have me and Tristan to be surrogate parents for you.
He blushes softly.
She just pats him on the shoulder. And like I said, I'm willing to give Anton a chance. But right now, there's a lot of different emotions bubbling. And personally, based on everything I've heard from my grandpa about him last night, he feeds off that. He's like a storm. You think
He
on my
takes,
salary I can afford 700?
you know, have you heard the things that your grandfather talked about me when I became, when,
She
when I
shakes
was a
her head.
spiral dancer?
I've never even heard my grandfather mention you. Oh, see, that's probably way worse.
He nods. He sees me as nothing.
Well,
Nothing
Holly,
but I think he's learned to respect me a little bit. But at the same time, I make my choices. I am who I am, and I've done what I've done. And I know in the back of his mind, he still thinks of me as a heretic.
she kind of nods. She's like, well, we can't really do much about that. My grandpa is a little bit stupid in some situations.
He hates children of Gaia. He hates all black spiral dancers, even if they are willing to convert. He hates he hates Jews.
She looks at him very confused. I
Like
was pretty
he's
sure I was pretty sure one of his kids was Jewish. Huh.
I'm pretty sure that he's scared of that kid too.
Um, so are you gonna keep living at your old place, or do you need a place to stay?
I'm actually going to be staying with my papa. He
That
I I really want to because he's willing to spend time with me. I've never really gotten to know him.
that actually sounds like it would be really good for you.
He
Can
nods.
I ask something personal about you and Anton, though?
Go ahead.
Does he make you call him daddy? I heard a few people talking about Anton being a daddy.
He leans in and whispers, "No, because that's not the dynamic of our relationship."
She nods. Was wondering there, and I figured you would probably be the safest person to ask about it. So next time someone mentions it around me, I'll tell them they're wrong.
He raises a finger up. No, let them think how they want to think.
Well, all right. What is a triple X store? Still looking at the brochures.
Triple X store? That is like sex toys.
You don't need toys for that.
You
You
don't need it, but a lot of people like having them for extra things.
but sex is just getting your partner off or making a baby.
It's also
All I'm imagining is Darcy just like rubbing her back as he talks.
he like touches the rope burns on her skin.
She looks at him. What, do you do macrame also?
That is a part. Using ropes and everything, doing macrame. Yeah,
She nods. Well, then you, Tristan, Anton, and I all do macrame.
I've never done that actually. I'm actually pretty vanilla.
What's vanilla? Remember, no sex here.
Vanilla means we're not in. You're not into like anything crazy. You're just pretty much generic.
She's like still looking at the brochure. She goes, so one of these apartments is a 3 bedroom, but it's right next door to this. She looks at the brochure and sex shop, but the rent is only 400 a month.
Well, then take it,
That would, yeah, that would give me plenty of space if I want to kidnap you.
right?
Hell, I could probably fit the whole pack in there. Well, most of the pack.
He
I still
puts.
don't trust some.
He like looks at her and he says, "You know, We still need to work on creating a pack house, right?
We do. Shh. I know. My RV could stay on the sept. That could be the pack house.
The pack RV. What are we, Scooby Doo?
She like she touches her head and she activates her pack link and starts sending out the Scooby Doo theme song through pack chat.
Oh my god.
She's like, Xavier's gonna be very confused, isn't he?
He is. He's Scooby. He's
Is our
excited.
Scooby?
Wait, who's Shaggy? He looks down and he like looks up and he's like, "Fuck."
Hey, doesn't that mean Jung Lee is our Fred?
Yes. Wait, does that mean that you're our Velma? Because we all know who the Daphne is.
You're right. She is prettier than me.
That's not what. Okay. Velma is the smart badass that always comes up with the conclusions in Scooby Doo.
She just like finger guns at Darcy.
He finger
And
guns back.
and if I remember correctly, Daphne was the bait and the martial artist.
He nods.
Oh, see, I put that in the group chat. Matt has seen hashtag Jung Lee as our Fred.
Oh my god.
So, I'm going to apply for this apartment. Yay! Which means we have a dinner party at it. The whole pack can come. Anton can come. Although I'm sure he did that already. She says it absentmindedly, not even looking up from the magazine.
He did. He just says bluntly.
Oh god, I said that out loud, didn't I? Oh, that poor bunny, that poor puppy. And she's just looking at a random dog as it walks by. Poor skinless puppy.
The,
I think
the, I bet
I
you
think
the dog passes by and whimpers because of their rage. He's
probably.
like, he's like,
She looks at Darcy. Well, I don't think I hate death anymore. I can think
oh
that.
god. Well, fun.
Big potluck dinner. I could make gumbo. Think Xavier would eat gumbo?
He probably would. I We're gonna have a pack meeting with Anton.
Okay.
Is that what you were saying? Like, cause gumbo, and then
She was talking about doing a dinner and said Anton could come too.
is that like the whole pack is involved?
Yeah.
That will be interesting. Everybody needs to be on their best behavior.
I'm always on good behavior. Plus, if Tristan's there, I'll be even better than my best.
Oh, I bet you will.
She kind of rolls her eyes. Oh no, my lid.
She rolls her eyes and says, "Oh no, my lid."
No, I dropped my drink lid. Sorry. Um, she's like, no, so yeah, super awkward because they were like all night saying my name and zombies. And she starts doing like a zombie growl and reaching at Darcy.
Darcy will be like, brains.
That's not what you would see. We know what you would be after if you were a zombie. You would want more.
Dick.
Okay, that's nicer than my joke. We all know you're the zombie that would survive off episodes of the Kardashians.
Ow. That hurt. For
She
one,
hugs Darcy.
for one, I'm not Johan. For two, it would be episodes of Queer Eye. And he pats her head.
She goes like, wait. Johan's gay too? Elias gay also?
This is it's
Am
a
I the
sect
only
of gay.
straight one? Oh my god,
Pretty much.
I'm the only straight one.
No, secretly you're gay too. It's the gay agenda. We're turning everybody gay.
Well, I'm sorry. If I go gay, I'm gonna probably go for I have a skull. I think I said her teen name wrong. AKA Lily's character. There we go.
I think she's with somebody. But then again, polyamory is a thing too on Sep too. He chuckles.
Because men have as many partners as they want, and the partners can't touch each other or other people. That's at least how every polygamous relationship I've seen has worked. She has continued walking. She's actually going to walk towards the place she's thinking about getting.
Good lord, they're walking that way. Onward to the apartment building.
The fun part is I was on Truella for our city location looking at apartments, trying to find one. I was like, that one she could definitely afford working for Sasha.
So Darcy, being with Aziza, he actually gets a text message and looks down at his phone.
Oh, who's texting you? Is it your lover?
It's Anton. He sent me a video.
I kind of want to see what the video is, but I'm also a little scared. What's the worst that can happen? And she peeks over Darcy's shoulder.
I'll put it in the side chat so she can see it.
Oh, God.
There you go.
I'm a little scared. Is he like YouTube? It can't be too dirty. Oh, he is. Nice. She like rolls her eyes and she goes, "Why don't you just invite him to meet us here?" That
Uh,
also helps me get my apology out of the way. And there's a witness here, so he can't just kill me.
he's blushing, still looking at this phone. And he looks up to Aziz and smiles.
You just want to go and get laid, don't you?
No!
The look a kid got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. I'm watching you, Darcy. I'm watching you, even when you think I'm not.
God. I think everybody's watching me at this point. Toya, you,
She's like
Emma,
twirling a piece of his hair, by the way.
Veronica, Emil.
Pretty
Let's just
sure
like
Emil.
throw everybody and like they're watching me, right?
Well, I have to watch you to keep you alive. Because God knows Zhong Li wants to train me to kill you. But his
Raises a
exact
finger up. He I don't
it,
think that's exactly the case.
no, I get it because he's already stated he's prepared to kill all of us and knows how if the meat if he needs to.
Although he doesn't know how to kill Carly. And so he's staying around so he can figure out how to kill Carly.
Oh, last time I talked to him, he said he already had a plan figured out.
He did? Oh my.
Yeah, I kind of want to open a betting pool on Carly versus Zhong Li.
I placed my bets on Zhongli all the way.
Same. Still would be interesting to make some money off the situation.
I think he overestimates her. Don't get me wrong, she has plenty of usefulness and she's pretty amazing, like in certain ways, but I also think that he maybe being a blank slate for her may be different than being a blank slate to him.
Maybe my first impression of her is true then, and I don't need to worry that she was involved in anything bad.
I mean, that's my impression of her too, but from what Zhang Li thinks, I mean, I guess.
I mean, how wrong has Zhong Li ever been about really any of us?
Some things, but like nobody's perfect. You live and you learn it. He
Till you
starts chuckling.
or you're left tied up in the middle of the steps, butt ass naked, with a sign going, "I was his bitch," hung around your neck.
He shakes his head.
The things you overhear when you're walking around the sept at night. You know our cubs play rough with each other, right?
I mean, yeah.
They also plan out some really mean pranks. And when they can't smell you coming and you say boo, they tend to run really, really fast.
Darcy kind of leans in and he says, "That's why I've become a little bit more aware. People, it's funny when the person who's coming to scare you is scared by the person who's standing still."
True. So she'll fill out the paperwork for the apartment. She'll be like, they'll call me tomorrow and tell me if I got the place or not. I'm guessing, judging by the outside appearance, I will be approved. Is all she mutters after they exit.
Hey, we can renovate it together. I'll get
I
my
totally.
feng shui on.
She kind of grins at Darcy. I kind of want to get Anton to paint. I just want to see how he'll do it. But knowing my luck, he'd just paint the whole thing with big black letters that say "fuck you."
You want to see Anton paint? He bites his lip.
Why are you biting your lip? There's nothing sexual about painting.
You haven't seen him doing work.
Looking very confused. I think we need to go get you a cold drink. Come on.
Yeah, let's get a cold drink. That sounds like a good idea.
Alcohol or no alcohol?
No alcohol yet, because I may invite Anton over here.
Oh my. She kind of quirks an eyebrow. I thought the okay, no. Let's not repeat my older brother's jokes of lubrication. Is all she says, and then I guess they'll go into what, the laughing links?
Darcy kind of goes, no, we're not going in there today. I know another place. And he'll grab her hand and like jog off to another place.
Why not? What's going on in there? And she's like trying to look through the windows.
Nothing. But that's Benny's shop, and he does still work there. And I don't think I'm
And
ready to really. I don't think he really wants to see me right now. You know what I mean? So he takes her up to a place, and out on the outside it says two satyrs. By the way, I don't know if you're trying to talk, but I don't hear a single thing.
I'm here. Sorry, I wasn't talking.
Okay. Yeah. He guides her into this place called Two Satyrs.
Two satyrs, huh?
Yeah, this is actually
She looks at him. Come on. Use your words, boss.
this is basically a fairy bar.
Oh, the little people. Okay.
He nods slowly, guiding her
That
in.
she's kind of like that explains some things while looking at some of them. You know, they're like the only ones that don't look as dead right now.
He nods. They are pretty lively, aren't they?
It's quite nice.
You should try the shepherd's pie. Oh my god.
All right. I haven't had lunch yet. Why not? We can grab lunch, maybe go to a furniture store and you can show me an example of your feng shui. And she does like jazz hands as she says it.
He laughs.
Because
No,
God knows I don't want Tolly touching my apartment.
are you
I
sure?
love my grand I love my grandfather, but I have been told him and Alexi both aren't very good with touching on the tastes of others.
I've heard their place in Egypt is really extravagant. I've never seen it myself, but
be bright colors and silk curtains and instead of doors in my apartment.
Yep, pretty much.
And wherever you turn, there will be a nubile slave boy. Just 'cause. Knowing Tully, they'll be everywhere.
You
She's
have a
smirking.
very you have a very interesting picture of your grandpa in your mind, don't you?
I get told a lot of flamboyant he was when I met him, and he tried to make me touch him in his purse. It, uh, this is also 12 hours of no sleep.
I mean, it can't be as bad as how I shoved my face in a sack. You saw that.
Yes, yes, I did. So she also, by the way, orders a black coffee with her shepherd's pie.
You really should meet Susie. I love his T-Rex in his sack.
Oh,
Have you not seen his
the
T-Rex?
oh God, I've seen his T-Rex. You said Susie with his tea set, so I was like,
No. Although having tea with Susie would be interesting.
I'm not. I'm not sure I want to do anything to do with the T-Rex.
She is friendly.
It's not so much friendly. It's the fact every time I offered to meet her, the purse is like, she like makes a gesture to the crotch area. Yeah, there.
Oh, so you don't want to meet his T-Rex whenever his sack is on his crotch.
Yes, kind of disturbing. It kind of makes me think of this one family I used to live near for like 2 days, and they were like super touchy feely, like, but at the same time they would like lick the skulls of animals at their barbecues and stuff.
What?
You meet a lot of weird people when you live in an RV, okay?
I'm glad I'm not considered one of those weird people because that's strange. No comment
Brain.
on OC, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's also strange that only like 3 of them were ever seen out during the day. None of the others would come out until after dark.
He blinks. They wouldn't come out until after dark.
Yeah, they also kept aluminum foil over like all the windows of their trailer.
You don't think they were like vampires, do you?
Are you kidding, right? I mean, well, it could exist somewhere, but in America? Oh, see, Aziza lying to herself, her poor, sweet, sweet, nice, naive self.
He takes her shoulders, gently squeezes her shoulders, looks into her eyes, and says, Aziza, licking the skulls
What?
of dead animals, covering up their windows. They won't come out at night. Because you're talking about vampires.
Oh, come on. I doubt that. They said their last name was Borgia. What kind of vampire has Borgia for the last name?
Probably a lot of them. Like, literally, you could have a vampire named Wallace.
Why can't we just have a nice furry world?
I don't know, there's probably furry vampires too, girl.
Wait, that's not how I meant it. She's just like crying on the table now.
He pats her shoulder, like, I I know a little bit about them now, and I think those vampires are called Geralt.
I've never heard anything about it, but damn, that's a weird name.
Sounds like growling, like growl. I growl.
Hmm. Are you sure you're saying it right?
Garal?
Yeah, just it sounds weird, more us than them.
I don't know. That's what I was told.
Here, I thought all the vampires stayed in the UK.
Wait. OC. Oh, OC. That's not right. That's a shifter, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, see, wise, that's the werebear.
Oh, fuck.
Or
That's
are you
my bad.
talking about Giovanni or the gang girl?
Gangrel, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know vampire that much myself, but he has a lot of vampire lore.
Giovanni are the necromancers who will do anything to a dead body to control the spirit and enslave
I
it.
know that Gangrel are the ones that are animals. That's my bad. He
Yeah.
was saying Gangrel. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Gangrel. Okay, I'm about to channel a little Tolly here. That sounds like a Jewish word. Is it a Jewish word?
Maybe? I don't know.
Hmm. So, I've also had a few people suggest I go shopping with my dear, sweet, sweet, sweet cousin Aunt Thing Rose, but I don't know what to do with Rose because so many people dislike her, and then other people like her, and I just want to give her a hug and tell her it'll be okay. But then everybody's telling me all these horrible and Darcy, make me feel better. Tell me I'm pretty.
You're pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell me I'm prettier than Anton.
Anton's prettier than you.
I figured.
What he does is he puts a finger up, then goes to his phone, then shows her a picture of Anton shirtless.
She chokes on her coffee.
He has the body of a really hard worker because he works on a plantation.
Well, he's all right looking. All she says in response when she's done coughing.
He puts his phone away. I know, right?
Not as pretty as Trist. She'll show
You have
him a
a
picture of Tristan without a shirt on it. Like with one of those button up night shirts, but it's like unbuttoned.
He looks at her and he goes, "Girl, you get it.
I get what?
Get it, girl. That's all I'm saying. You don't need to understand what I'm saying."
She pulls her phone out and starts texting someone. She just texted what Darcy said to Tristan.
Oh my god.
Without the players Lindsay and Johnny here, I'm assuming they're role playing something together or busy doing something else.
I think they're busy doing something else.
There's only oh so much Darcy and Aziza can do on their own besides drink tea, gossip, and shop, or go hunt something down.
Want to say that they're working on the house.
Yes, they're totally shopping for paint and trying to find cheap furniture she can afford within her budget. And
And then Darcy's all like, maybe I can get Anton to paint the house shirtless.
we'll have a man off. I'll bring Tristan. You bring Anton. We'll get the others to come and make their place money more attractive. And then the guy who wins for the most attractive, we give all the prize money to him. I feel like
He
I'm
just
crossing
smiles.
my friends.
He's like, you haven't been around Anton enough, I guess. And he just smile.
I mean, worst
Anyway,
case scenario, for those who like a little chaos, I'll bring my dad and throw him into the mix. Everybody says he's pretty attractive.
you'll bring your dad. Oh, Alexi? I thought you were talking about, like, your other dad.
My other dad? And like tilt her head.
You
If you mean my
know,
if you mean
yeah.
my stepfather, no, I cut him off when I cut my mother off.
Okay, that's good.
If you mean Alexi's husband, they divorced for some reason. No one's told me why.
I
And
know why.
and I can't find Alexi to ask him why. Every time I go looking for him, he disappears.
He grabs her shoulders and he says, I was the one who told you that they separated. I'll tell you why.
Okay, depending on what you say, I may burn his house down.
Eli loved somebody else. He loved Jonas Albrecht and then he married Jonas Albrecht. She's preparing the matches. I feel it.
No, no, she hasn't pulled the matches out, but he notices her fingers across the table. I think I'm gonna go for a walk now, Darcy.
Don't burn his house down, please.
Not gonna burn his house down, Darcy.
That is so unconvincing.
Look, here, she hands her matches to him. I'm not gonna burn his house down.
I still don't think that's what you're gonna, girl. He's like, you may, okay. He looks at her, and he can tell
Your
that she's not
betrothed.
gonna burn his house down. And he's like, but you're hiding something from me, and I can tell this.
I'm just going
What
to talk to him.
what are you planning to do? It's more than just talk to him. Slightly
Nothing.
shaking.
Like as she adjusts her backpack, he can see a very large wrench in it.
Aziza, they both. Guess what? At the same time, when he did that, Alexi was with someone else too.
Her eyebrow is twitching frantically. I'm going to die of a hemorrhage. All of
He
you people are peasants and back down.
he gently rubs her back and he says, he was with punches, all the faces.
Tap, 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 tap.
Although punches all the faces
And
is
pumps.
not with him, I think. I don't know. I don't really keep track of what's going on with your family all that much. I'm sorry. I just was there because Evan and I were there because we were following Jonas. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Evan Heals the Past is my mentor. I
That's nice.
love you.
Nope, nope, it's too late. She's ordered her pumpkin spice.
No. The pumpkin spice will fry your brain.
Sif bit. She goes, may the self-flagellation begin. And sips.
Do you want to end the scene
Disgusting.
there?
is the
I
she
don't
is
understand
a
you.
little bit of this is how I punish myself to keep my rage.
I heard this is how I punish myself to keep my rage.
This is how I punish myself to keep my rage
I heard the same exact thing.
check.
And then I heard check.
To keep
I heard to keep.
check.
In check.
Sucks. All the vaginas.
I heard all the vaginas.
Oh, you hear me
No.
now? Fucker.
I still don't hear you. It's all crackly. I heard do, hear, ow.
Suck, 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 suck. All right, how about now?
I can hear you now.
I took it out, I blew it, and put it back in. Anyway, she said the pumpkin spice is her punishment to keep her rage in check. Same as the scar she has on her leg.
Okay.
She taps the leg that's scarred and she goes, except for this one was from my mother during my first change. That's also the day I learned silver hurts a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
And then she kind of pulls the shirt down some to show the scar around her collarbone. And she goes, and this one was from my brother. That's the day I learned silver hurts, yes, but you get it if you tell people no.
He furrows his brow.
I
You
wouldn't
told
get it.
him.
Yeah, I told him no. I didn't want to give the only 2 outfits I owned to his wife.
He kind of growls a little bit.
She shrugs. It's a lot of kids. What do you expect? Younger kids get stuff sooner, and women who need the clothes more because they're pregnant or something get stuff sooner.
It's
And
not that. It's the fact that you were stabbed with silver over something like that.
you should see that brother's body. He has marks from getting the silver repeatedly.
He growls.
I mean, I think he didn't stop getting the silver from our stepfather until he was like in his 20s. But the one on my leg was basically when I finally had my first change at 21. I went completely out of it like most people do. She kind of like motions at Darcy like she's sure he understands.
Yes.
And I don't remember all the details, but according to them, I killed one of the fellow people in the group of RVs that we traveled with. All I really saw was them burning his clothes after I had woke up and started remembering things. So, ever since then, I've tried to find ways to channel my anger into either myself or projects. Horribly, horribly done paintings, for example. Crafting my own tea blends. Sewing. Making lots and lots of food and passing it out to the sept.
Did
Throwing.
I did I ever tell you about my first change?
She shakes her head no.
It's funny. Mine was just from extreme stress. I was in law school. I had a very rough week. He closes his eyes, and all of a sudden, like a wave of like hurt just crosses his face.
She offers him some of the self-flagellation.
He takes the pumpkin spice latte, upset. Did I
Disgusting.
did I mention how much I hate pumpkin spice latte?
Yes, we both do. We let us suffer in beautiful pain together.
Ugh. His jaw tightens.
Oh, see, Johnny says when they get home, if the scene's still going, they'll hop in.
Okay. I I was practicing my archery, taking a vacation, going out hiking, camping, just had to relax because school basically ate away at everything. Luckily, I was in the wilderness. I rampaged all night. He starts to tear up.
Just ate some baby deers.
Pretty much, but I was being watched the entire time.
Oh
And
no.
whenever I finally wore myself out, I laid back and just in a pool of animal blood and woke up with a lynx on my chest. He starts to cry.
Oh, she like hugs him close, rubbing his back, and she's put in some straws into the pumpkin spice so they can both self flog.
Yeah, he starts sipping it. He was always there for me. It's, it's gonna hurt for a long time.
Well, the worst thing we can do is we can atone for those sins and drink lots and lots of punishment.
We'll
And
drink all the pumpkin spice lattes, he chuckles.
we will writhe at our pain and punishment until we cannot walk.
We're gonna have heart attacks from the amount of caffeine that we consume.
Or, she looks at him, we can do something good.
He looks at her.
You know, there are wildlife reservations somewhere around here. I don't know where. We could volunteer at them.
I think Ryan would like that.
We can also take a steak to Lion because I'm pretty sure he would love that.
Little do you know, that's exactly what I do all the time.
I also need to take Xavier a steak. I'm sure he needs food. And God, this shepherd's pie is delicious.
Right though? Oh my god, this is the best shepherd's pie around.
I'm halfway amazed they don't have people dressed up to look like satyrs serving the food. Oh, little does
He
this know.
he puts a finger on his lips and then he kind of like looks over at Aziza and he says, "It's because they're run by two satyrs."
She drops the fork. Really?
Yeah,
Like Like the god pan satyr, little pan flute, dances, humps everything.
Yeah, I can't tell, like, I haven't been able to see them. I know some people are able to see what they look like, but apparently they do have goat legs and little hooves and little horns.
Next, you're going to be telling me Cinderella and the fairy godmother are real.
It might be, I don't know. If the world of like dreams is real, then probably. I don't know anything about this. This is just me bullshitting. So
You're a horrible person. And I hope Anton spanks you for it. Is all she says and goes back to sipping the pumpkin spice.
I hope he does too. I mean, what? I mean, what? And he smiles softly.
She goes, you know, that pretty much answers my other question a lot of people have asked me about you.
What's that?
Is Darcy a bottom or a top? I didn't know what they meant, so I was just telling them Darcy's the alpha, but apparently that's not what they meant, and if I ask you, I would know.
He pats her shoulders and he says, I'm me. That's all you need to know.
Thank you, because I feel like this is not something I should know about my friend.
It's not really something you should know about, but at the same time, like, I'm neither. And I'm willing to say that. I'm just me. I am who I am, and I don't really classify myself as in either of those.
By the way, she's looking over the menu and she's grinning evilly at him and she's like, you want to try the pumpkin spice donuts?
He looks at it and he's like, there's pumpkin spice donuts? Oh my
Apparently,
god. You know what? That actually might sound good because, like, that's like getting like pumpkin pie, putting it into a donut. That's it's not like as crazy as making it into a drink. Pumpkin pie
yeah,
is
because
great.
I'm not sure how much more coffee punishment my body can take.
Yeah, we'll get the donuts. We
Maybe we can
should.
leave here with some.
He closes his eyes a little bit. And he says, "I do have to go to the two the to to the Laughing Links at some point. Like
Do you
I
want me there when you go?
yeah, of course. Like I mean, I know he's not gonna always be there, and I know that like the Two Satyrs is partly mine too. I helped build that up, but I also know it was his dream. He always wanted an occult shop to himself.
So, are you going to give up your part of it and just move shop, or are you going to keep running the business together, or what?
I I don't know how we're going to do that. I half of the books are mine. They were our children. Actually, the books were both of ours.
She has pulled a piece of paper out from her bag and she's written out visitation of book slash children.
He
And then
laughs.
days of the weeks and times of the day for alternating. It's the only fair way, Darcy. And slides the paper to him. You're totally typing to Johnny.
I posted it in the chat.
uh,
I think I won't give up like my part of the Laughing Links. It still feels like it'll be partly my home. Veronica owns part of it. Vinny owns part of it. The cafe part was my idea in the first place. We just wanted an occult shop.
he may have wanted something with you more than an occult shop, though. So that could be good for y'all to keep running it together for a while, but also force you guys to face your issues. And she quickly sips her drink.
He chuckles. I guess so. I guess I'll. I don't know. He may just run me out at some point.
Well, at least she kind of motions around the two satyrs. I'm sure these beautiful bastards will hire you if you applied.
At the two satyrs, try to work here. He blinks. I don't know about that.
You'd
I'm a
fit
werewolf.
right in. And she's like motioning at all the beautiful Mel's around the place.
He shakes his head and rubs his brows. I actually. Uh,
You're as pretty as anyone else here. And you're just as clever and strong and talented and wonderful and a bit goofy.
I've actually been coming over here a lot more because Xavier actually ended up starting to date the owner's daughter.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
go Xavier, is all she kind of says.
it's it's interesting. Like I guess she can handle his animalistic nature because she's a fae, and I guess she's used to that. I don't know. It's
All I'm imagining on their dates is them playing fetch on the beach.
that was actually that probably is true because they were playing fetch in the bar and they asked me to like okay, this is this is another weird thing. There was a person here.
She nods.
They we were just like sitting here talking and everything. Like I was laughing because the girl Ellie and Xavier, they were playing fetch together. Then he licked her mouth. I guess he didn't really understand how to kiss.
Aziza's almost falling out of her chair trying to keep from laughing.
And then I was asked to give an example, and then like they suggested the guy who was sitting next to me, and then we just kind of looked at each other for a second and shrugged because I know that like Anton and I are not like exactly exclusive because I know that he's not. I know it's a polyamorous relationship and everything, and
And let me guess, it was Anton's husband.
no, no, it wasn't. That Anton's married to a woman.
Oh. Oh, my gaydar's off. I thought he was Strictly Dickly. Yeah,
uh,
let's not let that slip. So
um, but I ended up kissing the guy, and it was a very intense kiss. He nods.
okay, and
Well, I'm learning more about him. His name is Tony.
what's Tony like?
He's very quiet, very shy, a bit of a recluse. He's this uh, he's this fae called a slua, and his voice doesn't go above a whisper.
Sorry, that was me. Sluaws are my favorite kith. She goes, "Oh, oh God, he sounds perfectly amazing.
It's pretty great.
He sounds like a bundle of bubbles and soft feathers and all the happy good things in the world. Oh God, that poor woman's face." Looking at a random. I wish Anton was here. Is all she says, sighing into the pumpkin spice. I'm sure Darcy's like, "Oh God, this is bad."
So yeah,
so,
Darcy,
so
go ahead.
yeah, she's just all sad and depressed now and trying to avoid looking at people. That's how she does. She waits for it to calm down before she starts looking at people again. So, Darcy, what would Anton and his wife think if like we snuck into their bedroom and like painted the whole thing pink? Oh no, Darcy muted.
I am so sorry. I may have to go for just a second. A
That's
brief intermission in the scene.
okay. Just step aside real fast. I'll tell Johnny when they get here. So, for any viewers we have, it is intermission, bathroom, get a drink, all that sort of thing. Johnny! Uh, yeah, our special little person who plays Darcy will be right back. He had to step away from his PC for a minute.
We'll wait then.
Which they've been punishing themselves with pumpkin spice donuts, shepherd's pie, and pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh my.
All the self-vlogging. Hi, Dante, you glorious bastard!
Special appearance by Dante Stone.
Special appearance of the most Irish-looking man ever.
Wow.
Which I'm sure he's.
I was going to point out that you're recording,
but it's okay. We've been we also have decided we're gonna prostitute Anton and Tristan out a little bit.
Wow.
Do you want to know how?
How?
Aziza's gonna have a big moving in party at her apartment, and one of the things they're gonna do is everybody's gonna help decorate. And they were talking about having Anton and Tristan paint the apartment shirtless, and then anybody who wants to bet on who's the more attractive one painting can, and the winner takes the money.
Wow.
You guys. And I was like, I can throw Alexi in too. I'm sure my dad will do it.
Wow.
Basically, Darcy and her have been goofing off. They worked out their differences. She's ready to apologize.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting,
especially if my mini cam, by the way.
It's going to be even more interesting when you throw me for another loophole that turns out it wasn't Anton.
We'll see.
I already know to always expect the unexpected with you.
Well, when he gets back, we'll see what happens.
Just like we totally know Dante's over there sucking on a lollipop.
Totally.
A nice, big, juicy red one.
Totally diabetic.
Man,
Where
oh, I
did
got
he
that.
go?
I don't know. I know I think his fiance was there because he said, "I love you, babe." Went to the store to get him zebra cakes.
I see.
So yeah.
You
Did you just say someone's a whore?
my card number. I'm not. Hold on. Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm re Hello. Hi.
Okay,
How are you?
the intermission is over.
That took forever. I drank all the pumpkin spice while you were gone.
Darcy ordered another one.
They're still donuts.
Okay. Anyways, Darcy's
So,
talking with Aziza, like mentioning about how she needs to apologize to Anton. Like,
speaking of, the door to the restaurant opens and the man himself comes in. And he actually doesn't look as though he was looking for them because he'll actually look around.
mhm. Darcy
And
will
he'll
look
actually
over.
spot them.
Darcy
Oh,
will
go
look
on.
over and light up.
Oh, that was a lot of robot on my end.
Darcy will look over to Anton and light up.
He'll come over to him and smile.
He'll slide out of his seat and just kind of like lean into him and slowly put his arms around his waist, like sliding around like in a hug.
He'll give him a hug.
Mm-hmm. And he'll step back because
And he has noticed that Anton doesn't kiss in public.
he's noticed that.
Yeah, he doesn't mind like hugging and things like that. When somebody kisses him, he stops.
Yep. Aziza hasn't said, and she's just sort of watching them out of the side of her eye.
He'll sit down.
Darcy's looking at Aziza like, "Girl, you gonna start or?"
I'm sorry. What do I need to do to make amends to you, Mr. Anton?
Darcy rubs
Pardon?
his brows.
I will do almost anything at this point. And when she like gestures as she says that, Darcy sees even more rope burns on her wrist.
Darcy's like brows go up even more.
I see. You think this is a punishment?
Well, I would really, really like to be able to look at someone's face or a cute puppy without them looking like they're melting.
I'm sure you would. You know how people say, Darcy, I know you're aware of this, how I wouldn't come down on you, but one day you're going to meet somebody who would. You know? And he'll look over at Darcy.
He nods.
Let me make something crystal clear. I am one of those people. That was not a punishment. That was a reminder to you. I am an elder of the nation. Until you are. within my rank are close enough that I question it. You do not speak to me the way you did yesterday, nor do you speak to other elders. Now, when you learn to mind your manners among your betters, you will find that this effect will, as I said, this isn't a punishment. This is a reminder. There is nothing for me to remove. It's in your hands. My affairs are not your concern.
Cackling to Darcy. In her head to Darcy. Does he really not get that you're like everything to us right now?
He looks at her and he says out loud, Aziza,
I get it.
I know you may be concerned for me, but you can't make decisions for me. And frankly, I don't want people to be pushing me into different things that I don't want to do. If I want to be with Anton, I want to be with Anton.
And I've told you, then be with him. Just be careful. She's still saying that part in Packlink.
He's speaking it out loud. You need to say these things out loud.
It is not a woman's place to speak out loud on these matters. And sips her pumpkin spice.
Well, as your alpha and as Philodox of this nation, I tell you, you need to say these things out loud.
I'm worried that you are touching fire that is going to end up destroying you. Like I said, you're the only friend I have, and you're the closest thing to a real family at the moment. I love my grandfather. I love my father, but I don't get to see them regularly. So I don't want anyone hurting you, Darcy.
He goes over and he squeezes her shoulder and looks at her and says, Aziza, but if defending me means hurting yourself, means means so that you are being in these situations for me, think of yourself too. Don't be a martyr, because Lord knows I do that all the time. You need to learn that too.
My job is to die to make sure you're safe.
No.
You're the alpha.
Your job is to work with me, to question the choices that I make. Because you're supposed to be the differing opinion, but it's not supposed to be that you live for me. Because that is not why you would be my beta. And frankly, you are not my beta right now. It is Zhongli.
I didn't mean as your beta. I meant as your friend. And I don't want to live through you. I don't want to live through anyone.
Aziza, then stop hurting yourself for me.
I can't tell if the banging on Johnny's end was out of character or in character.
What?
It's there was a banging sound from your side, so I was like, "Is Anton banging?"
No, it's me. No, it's me typing. Sorry.
It's her banging on the table, like because she's like moving her popcorn bowl, munching on it.
No,
that's in
typing.
character. Oh, that's. Oh God, Johnny's plotting if she's typing.
No, I'm signing up my minicam.
She just
And
kind of
he
sighed. I will
just
try. But life is pain. So I'll try to
Aziza,
minimize it.
I know we're Philadelphians and we're supposed to make judgments, but at the same time, Anton is an elder, and have you even given him a chance? You have one outlook on him based on things that happened, and you haven't even given him a fair chance.
Oh, see, I'm totally imagining Anton just sipping a big cup of tea over there.
He's watching.
She's like, and I told you, after we talked about it this morning and I calmed down some, I said I would give him a chance, that I would
But,
get to know him.
but have you really given him a chance right now?
I'm giving
You're
him.
apologizing to him through gritted teeth, frankly. I can see like the anger is still in your eyes. You're not forgiving him. You're apologizing, but you're lying about it.
I'm not lying, Darcy, and anger isn't just something you can throw to the wind immediately. Yes,
I
I'm going to be.
need to ask you something. Exactly what right do you have to even be angry at me?
I'm angry at a lot of people, but you.
I don't care. I want to know why you presume to meddle in my affairs.
I have no reason to meddle in your affairs, and I'm not. The only reason I'm even slightly upset about you is the only people I've ever seen happy in this world are. They had a day that they looked completely depressed, and now they're not together. People I thought were perfect.
There is no perfection of that matter in this world. And even if I happen to be the one that Darcy came to, if my involvement in your view of their perfection didn't meet your vision, that doesn't give you the right to turn around and take it out on me. Obviously, there were problems or it wouldn't have ended. I didn't create those problems. All I did was act on my heart. That's it.
Like I told you, we were distancing ourselves slowly each day.
Like I told you earlier, I get it now.
And as I told you, I have left you with a reminder.
Pushes the last of the pumpkin spice over to Darcy, pulls her black coffee back towards her.
I am very familiar with the stubbornness of Petrova. I have known your family a very long time. There are places, honestly, where our blood crosses.
I wouldn't
Though I will
know.
not say where.
You
So,
roboted, hun. By the way, I did not hear you.
it's fine. So, I know sometimes a strong reminder and a strong hand is needed. hopefully, you will take this lesson to heart. Because Darcy is close to you, I did not see a reason to make it harsher. But if you continue on the path that you're on, I'm not going to leave it at empty threats. I'm not going to leave it at or else. You will find it very hard to rise in the ranks of the nation if not a single spirit will listen to your tales. Please do not make me take such actions against my lover's Padme.
I have no
I
intention
am
of
an elder there. He'll nod. And he'll squeeze Darcy's hand.
He'll squeeze back. You can tell that, like, Darcy does want it to stop, but at the same time, he understands that she has to do it herself, and Darcy's not going to step in the middle of that.
Oh, see, that means it probably won't ever end. She never does anything for herself. You know this. Well, then I guess I should figure out how to do this.
It's rather simple. Respect your elders. That's all. You do that, you bear that in mind, then this will start to go away in time. And I'll give her a nod.
She'll nod back, but as she does, all she'll do is the Tolly smile to him.
And he'll hop up and he'll actually give Darcy a quick hug.
He'll hug back, and he'll just stroke his back for a second.
And he'll head out after that.
He turns to Aziza.
This is going to be harder than I thought. The apology is the easy part. The respecting him is the easy part.
Boop! He sits down. Oh my God.
The hard part is getting someone to listen to my tells. Who would want to listen to my stories?
Darcy raises a hand. I would.
Oh, see, this ability I have to kind of play out. Darcy, I love you. That's why you would probably listen, but I don't have a tell worth telling. I have never accomplished anything in my life. She stops. And who is the pretty boy that sat down with us?
He smiles at her.
Hi, Phoenix. He smiles.
He'll wave.
Hello, Mr. Phoenix.
Hello.
I can't tell if that's Loro or Lord.
Lord.
My okay, my dyslexia is kicking up so bad there.
It's Loro. It's totally Loro.
Loro. That's actually my friend's name. That's really funny.
I was pretty sure it was Lord, but I had to make sure with Johnny.
Yes, it is Lord. He is a baron.
Oh my, I can't wait to get my slew on the soup. Anyway, before I start fangirling over here.
So he smiles.
She'll politely smile back.
And how are we today?
look him in the face for a few minutes. Good. Think of pretty things. Flowers, butterflies, newborn babies, a
Me.
rainbow.
Me.
You're not very
Me.
pretty.
You're lying. I'll just snort.
Think of me. Darcy bats his eyelashes.
All I'm imagining is horrible things of you, Darcy. Things like macrame.
Oh my.
I heard nothing except macrame.
Okay, can you hear me now?
And you cut out on now.
Hear me now.
Speak again.
All I'm imagining right now is you in horrible positions, Darcy.
Probably.
Finn burps.
Aziza, I love you, okay?
Hey, Darcy, did you ever look into that thing?
Too.
You know, I was gonna look into the thing with Adelheid, but I don't think Adelheid is looking into it anymore either. So I guess I'll bring it up to the pack.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He nods. I really appreciate you.
There's people. Oh, see, can you like remind me? Because I know exactly. It's like people are seeing like a shadow.
People are seeing things. It's like a oh fuck. Oh fuck.
It's an oh fuck.
Oh fuck. It's a I don't know what to say. It's like a damn it. It's like a
It's like time freezes and they see it like a dark
yeah,
shadow,
time
right?
freezes and they see a figure.
Okay. A dark figure.
Yes.
Okay.
Shit. Okay.
There's. This has been affecting mortals, actually. There's this. Time will freeze and people see this figure. It's like
Ooh.
he's watching them, and it's. There've
Johnny, is
been.
there any kind of role Aziza can do to help with this, by the way?
Do you have Failure?
No. I have like Spirit, Umbra, Garu, and Strider, and then I have some occult dots.
No, it won't work without.
Okay.
No one has Failure. What?
Eventually we'll get some.
Darcy's planning on getting it, but he still has no idea. Does Wormlore help?
No. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me fucking brain really quick. Hold on.
Well, while she does that, Aziza's totally.
And you cut out again.
Okay, give me the difficulty 8.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Wormlord, difficulty 8. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No! You suck. Getting pretty.
And I'm going to burn a point of willpower because it is diff 8. I got 3 successes.
Awesome. There is a type of chimera, which are like what your character knows to be the stuff, the animals of the dreaming, as it were, the creatures of the dreaming, that are said to be very tied into the worm. and Into the Wild.
Okay.
And they're called Nervosa. That sounds like the work of a Nervosa.
So Darcy like grimaces a little bit and like mumbles, Nervosa. And he shudders. Well, fuck.
And he'll take a breath and he'll say, "That's what I'm afraid it is."
Darcy.
I don't hear you.
Darcy!
Yes.
Is this one of them? Is this one of the pretty goat men?
I never. I think he's a she.
He nods.
Wait, bearded women count as little people too?
He laughs
He
and he's like,
tilts
yeah.
his head like, what?
He said she.
Can't you
That's
tell?
not,
Like,
no.
his beautiful long hair is actually like a woman's hair. It's silky and soft, and he goes over and just starts playing with his hair jokingly.
You know what? He just does not stop him.
See?
He
He has
purrs.
beautiful woman-like hair.
Well, he's
Totally
a
woman-like,
very
yeah.
he's a very pretty bearded lady. Sips her coffee.
Do you want to see his
Thank you.
mangina?
You want to see my mangina?
She looks very confused.
See my mangina?
Very confused.
Oh,
Turns.
says.
Why would I want to see anyone naked? And turns back to her coffee, like trying to break it to hide her embarrassment.
So, just as a heads up, I'm married and have been monogamously, looking over at Darcy, for almost 30 years. He'll nod.
He raises his hands up and he's like, I'm not doing anything. Don't worry.
She looks at Darcy sternly and she's like, and as Darcy knows, I am a gentle and pure soul who just got their first kiss like 2 weeks ago, and he's already trying to like show me things. The look she's giving.
Sure. Okay, you're a gentle, pure soul.
He points at the rope burns.
Hey, that's all it was. Is all she.
I'm sorry, there is evidence right there.
I wasn't naked. He wasn't naked.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat.
The Nile is not just a river in Egypt, you know.
She kind of tilts her head at him. That is a very weird saying, whatever floats your boat. Next you'll be saying whatever stuffs your goat.
A lot of things stuffs goat. And then he looks over at a person he knows is a satyr, and then he just shakes his head like, oh god, I said that.
All I'm imagining is two satyrs coming up and whacking Darcy upside the head.
No, I bet you like a few of the satyrs are like, oh hey.
Hey. Hey, babe. Hey, you single enough?
Darcy, by the way, sees Aziza pull her flask out and start pouring it into her cup of coffee.
It's right at this point that two satyrs just walk up to behind Darcy and put an arm over him after hearing what he just said about satyrs. They're like, hey, sup?
Hi. Hey, girl. Hey.
They're just like,
move one down your hey.
So when are you and Anton getting married?
Anton Ledois is married.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do it like my family does it, that's fine. You're married.
No, I doubt that's gonna happen. But on other news, like we're still talking about Tony, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand you.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Sorry.
And now I don't hear you again.
Oh my God. Stink 1, 2, 3.
I heard that. This is what the scene has consisted of.
She has also stated that y'all were talking about sneaking into someone else, I think.
I didn't catch the last part. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's my cord up for you to hear me.
I heard you completely that time.
Nice.
Johnny. She stretched my cord out.
Right.
Anyway, Darcy will be like, yeah, me and Tony, yeah.
Now you're roboting.
I'm roboting. No.
Now you're not roboting.
Okay, but no, he brings up Tony again. It was really unexpected, but
You do you. Could have.
And everybody else.
apparently
The look she Phoenix and the tap, 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 tap of fingers on the table.
Oh, she's giving Phoenix sets.
Why do I have a feeling you have a crush on him? He smiles.
On who?
He'll point at him.
A crush on me?
Yep.
He laughs.
Darcy's like my brother.
You're a Petrova, that doesn't matter.
Darcy dies.
At that point, I assume you have a crush on him.
Oh my god, I can't believe you said
my
that.
My father is Alexei Petrova, yes. Did not know he was my father until literally like 2 weeks ago. Didn't even know.
Sure, it's all inborn.
Did not even know he was alive because my whole life my mother said my father was dead. And now my mother is super pissed.
He's not wrong, though.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you about that, Darcy? I'm a traitorous whore, but if I ever leave the city, I'm pretty much dead. Jen kind of shakes her head and sips her coffee.
Oh, that's great. So I have people I need to kill.
Nah, I mean, they're just things they can do.
Well, let's just say if I see them anywhere near you, they won't see me.
They won't come near me. Trust me, I made sure of that.
Good to know.
I mean, once, you know, the IRS and how she made the money she made for their group.
Now here I was thinking that you made a permanent solution.
Unless I'm going to... Minutes. What?
Nothing.
It's very confused.
He just sips his coffee. I didn't say anything.
I didn't hear anything.
It's not like... What is he like, and what does he mean scooting away from him some? I have enough curses to deal with. Away from Phoenix's.
That was funny too. He'll lift his arms up.
Please Please, just for a few minutes, don't do that. Oh, his skin's falling off, Darcy.
Yep.
She's crying and like places her head on the table.
Whose skin is falling off? And he looks over.
His skin is fine to you.
Aziza, what's wrong?
The
Just
lesson
because
is applying to
happened.
Mr. Phoenix. He. You'd think she'd let Mr. Phoenix keep his eyeballs at least while he's falling apart.
Darcy cups her
I feel
cheek
so sorry.
to like have her look at him. But it's bad because apparently like that's going
Oh,
for him
God.
too now. And so
Oh,
an
God.
eyeball rolls out of his head.
She shoves Darcy as hard as her little 3 and I think it's 3. Hold on. Open. Aziza.
Well, that's great because Darcy has no balance whatsoever, and he trips and falls flat on the floor.
Yeah, her 3 in strength shoving.
He was not expecting it to get shoved today.
I love you, Darcy. Don't touch me when you look like a zombie dropping his eyeballs on me, please.
I'm sorry, I don't know that I'm looking like this.
It'll go away in a few minutes.
Oh God. He rubs his head
I
because
think
he
I
conked his
should go
head
to
on the
church.
floor.
I've never been to church. Maybe I should go to church. She said, shaking her head at Darcy.
Your family's Muslim.
You know what would
Maybe
be
you should
really
go to Allah
creepy?
Church.
I just thought of something that's really creepy. Have you ever seen those horror movies where like the blood is pouring out of the statues and then like
She's covering her ears now. And then she looks at Phoenix and she goes, my family's Muslim?
Yeah. Did you know your family was Muslim?
Again, I literally met my family, like my dad's family, like 2 weeks ago.
Your
She kinda
cousin is my I think son-in-law.
Which
I'm pretty
cousin?
sure you got that. His name is Danny.
Oh, yeah. He saw me when this first happened, like motioning at her eyes. He watched me freak out and scream because I thought my boyfriend was dying.
Are you sure he wasn't?
I don't know. Like face on the table.
God, you're terrible, Phoenix. Oh my God. He
Not.
pumps her back gently. He's not dying, Aziza. It's okay. You just have to learn how to respect people. It'll be fine.
I do respect people. I even respected Anton enough not to tell him what I was actually thinking.
Wow.
You know, there's some days where I think Anton can tell when somebody is thinking something.
There are
Oh,
some days I'm
God.
fairly certain. Yes, that's not a question.
Yeah. So
but-
even if you're thinking it, he knows that you're thinking it.
He's like Santa Claus.
She looks at him confused. Who's Santa Claus?
Wow.
Okay, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good, for goodness sake.
So he's a Tom Peeker.
It's called a peeping Tom.
Exactly. Peeping Tom.
Mm.
And he also comes into your chimney.
That
You know,
sounds
the
dirty.
person. Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. Wow.
And he eats your cookies and drinks your milk.
Wow.
The Santa Claus is dirty.
Did I ever tell you how my son learned that there was no fucking what do you call it? Tooth fairy?
How did he find out?
My son comes up to me and my husband one day, and he says, in all certainty, Dad, I don't believe in the tooth fairy anymore. And I says to him, what do you mean? The tooth fairy came and visited you last night. And he says, Dad, my tooth fell out 3 days ago, and I put it under my pillow. And for 3 days, the tooth fairy didn't come. And then I told you to, and the tooth fairy came.
Well, he is
I guess
smart.
He was 5.
he is very out. Tooth fairy wasn't real.
So he shakes his head.
He missed out a lot.
Oh my God, I'm so cold.
She sits the coffee down. She's like, Darcy, do you think?
I don't understand you.
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yes.
She put her coffee down, looked at Darcy, and said, do you think my mother's god Beelzebub would help me?
Wow.
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 Well
Maybe
then.
she should just meet Lucifer at this point. God dang.
Is he gonna yell at me to atone for my sins also? She says while touching your leg.
Wow.
Lucifer telling you to atone for your sins?
I don't think that's the way Lucifer works.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing I know about Lucifer is he was God's favorite, the most beautiful, and was thrown out of heaven for loving God too much.
Wait, what?
Well, that's how my mother put it.
That is so not how that worked out.
Oh my. Wow.
I'm Catholic, I know this one.
Wow.
Wow.
Was my mother as a priestess wrong?
A priestess of what? Is she like a Satanist or something? Because.
Oh, no. They don't have anything to do with Lucifer. They said, as they put it, he was too soft.
That's
Oh
really
my
pretentious.
God.
You're a little pretentious there. Just a little bit. No, not.
I'm not going to argue with you about that. To Phoenix.
He looks over at Phoenix like,
Kind of hard.
Christ, they are. Her parents are something.
The packmate is rather precious. Just pointing it out.
Maybe I should go catch up on some things, is all she says to Darcy. Besides shopping with...
Why?
No, I don't mean right this minute. I mean, like, go to church for the first time and see what their opinion of the story is. Or
You can go to church with us if you want.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun. We should all go to church together.
some Disney
Wow.
movie or such. She grins. I'll go with y'all, but I want to... She kind of grins. I want to brag.
Oh my God, did you just
Sorry,
say y'all?
that was... Oh, see, I try to hide that. I will go with you too, but I kind of want to like sneak my dad along because if anybody needs church out of all of us, it's him.
Your dad is Muslim.
My dad is whatever he needs.
Maybe I should bring my dads along. They could use some Jesus.
We'll just bring our whole families in my RV. She's just laughing.
We'll have RV mass.
Oh God. That reminds me, I need to Zhongli proof the RV. He's been finding things out about me.
Girl, I have given up on that.
Look,
There is no way to Zhongli proof a place.
Well, I know he's in there now because I put things in a certain order I know he doesn't like. And when I go back in my RV later, all those things are moved.
That's why I like staying over at Warden's Reach. You know why? Because we live inside roots. It's harder for him to really sneak around. It's not an open
tell
area.
yourself that. Say that to yourself.
Plus, I don't know. Him getting past my dad is that would be interesting.
Well, at least I didn't have to take Golgo from behind like we had planned.
Girl, you really need to stop saying it like that.
Wow.
Just say I
How
was
many
going
times
to
have
do.
you been told you're your father's child? Today.
None.
You're your father's child.
I mean, I've heard from Alexi a couple of times. A smile whenever I say something that's as he others but it awkward. And then there's been a couple of times he's like, "Where do you get that from?"
The smile.
Yeah, from how I know Alexi, you have a lot of similarities to him.
No, not really. And she's pouring more of the flask into the coffee.
As you drink, great.
It's not strong.
He rubs his brows and he's like, "You're just proving my point, okay?"
It's not like I'm gonna drink any more alcohol past this cup. I just like Irish cream.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Burps again.
She should just meet Tucker. He grins.
I'm up for meeting anyone you want me to meet, I guess.
Well,
What's
you
the
said
worst
you
that can
wanted some
happen?
Irish cream, right? He just laughs.
She's looking at him very confused.
You're talking about. Oh, God. Don't talk about my dad like that. Jesus. Why?
I take it he's being a pervert.
Why did you do that?
Okay, can you hear me?
You evil pervert.
Hello?
Dying.
Yes, we.
Yes.
I wasn't sure. So you calling him a pervert answers her question that Darcy's being a pervert. She pushes the pumpkin spice to Darcy with a stern look.
Oh, you horrible person.
He sips the pumpkin spice latte.
No, not sip. This level of self-flogging deserves more depth. I want you to chug.
Chug.
Fine. He narrows his eyes. I will chug a pumpkin spice latte. And he starts chugging it.
That's laced.
Dang
Look at
it.
Dick. No, I was joking. It's not actually laced. But yeah, enjoy that pumpkin spice.
He chugs it.
It's horrible, isn't it?
God, I feel like white trash.
You look like white trash. He just smiles at him.
As she finishes the last bit of her black coffee, she goes, "Maybe I should go visit Elias."
No. I don't want to find out that you have murdered him.
I'm not gonna kill him, Darcy.
Every time you say it like that, I don't trust you.
I would never kill a fellow humanoid.
You say
Humanoid.
that.
You cannot say person. You said humanoid.
You literally cannot know.
Oh my god. She is such a liar.
Completely lying.
I swear on water, I will not kill this person.
You will not kill who?
I will not kill Elias.
Okay. You will not burn his house down.
She keeps quiet.
Why are we burning somebody's house down in the first place? What? Who? What? Where happened?
Uh,
Don't worry, I had plans to burn Dad's too.
oh my god. This is what
She's
we were
smiling
talking about
at Darcy.
before. This is what we were
You're
talking
just
about
getting a
before.
rise out of you is what it is. He's just getting a rise out of you. He'll shake his head.
What, you think I'm actually that bad that I'm gonna go burn
She
someone?
knows she can get you to react. You're adorable when you react.
He's adorable all the time, she says to Phoenix.
Yes.
I was called adorable twice.
Adorable like a little kitty cat or a goldfish.
Probably a goldfish.
No, but in all honesty, I have no reason to kill anyone in the sept or town, and I have no reason to burn anyone's house down. I mean, unless there's like bloodsuckers you were telling me about in them, and then
Honesty?
burn it. Yes, honesty. She says, looking at Phoenix.
What's that? It just smiles.
It's when you say something without hiding any details.
He blinks.
It gets you a lot farther. Or it at least gets a lot more people to trust you.
He looks at Darcy like, what is it? What witchcraft is this bitch speaking about?
I know you like to lie with every other word, Phoenix. It's okay. He pats his shoulder.
Shrug.
In a room,
That's
she
on me
kind of
on
mutters.
so oh god, I could only dream. You've never met my husband, have you?
Honestly, this is the first time I've been to the Two Satyrs. So, probably not met him.
He'll like point around, like around himself. Like he's I don't think he's around. And his face like falls. Like he looks so sad. Like his life could end.
So immediately somebody walks in the door.
I don't think he's here. And he'll look so sad.
This guy walks in the door.
Of course it's him.
And jumps up.
He catches him, spins him. Hi.
Right, flings himself at him like
He has a very like
arms out.
he has a very like
If I remember correctly, Finn is way bigger than Sky too.
He is. He's like twice his size.
Oh god, Aziza and Sky both have resting bitch face.
Yeah, Sky has you see his overlay? He usually has that look on his face. But his eyes are practically sparkling when he sees Finn.
No offense, Darcy, but his husband is prettier than you.
Finn, who is like broader and taller than him. He'll drag
Aziza has a thing for blondes.
He'll drag Finn over to the table. And he wiggles.
Well, you obviously know style. He smiles. Because she complimented him.
There's Tony.
She kind of nods. So, yeah, do you have to pay to go to church? She says to Phoenix, or can I just walk in?
Sky blinks slowly, looks over at Phoenix. She's joking, right?
She wants to go to church with us. No, she wants to go to church with us.
I've never been inside a church. Like, I didn't even know they existed till I was like 13. And then that was because I saw one in the RV window and asked what it was.
Sky does another slow blink at her, nods.
I lived a very weird life. Don't judge me, please.
It's too late. I judge everyone. He pats her shoulder.
He nods.
By the way, she is marking something on her phone. She goes, Darcy, guess what? It's the anniversary of the longest time I've lived in one location.
Darcy squeeze.
I've lived here like almost 2 months. This is the longest I've ever lived in one place.
And you'll stay here forever and ever and ever and ever. And then Sky covers his mouth and he's like, I'm getting tired of your voice.
You remember how there was a time where we didn't favor Garu? He'll look over at Finn.
At Sky, you mean?
Suddenly it's coming back to me. It's Sky. He'll say, suddenly it's coming back to me.
Did you just have a mental flash of him dying a brutal death, too?
I'll nod.
She pulls
thank God.
all the cups away from Darcy. No more caffeine for you, boss.
Love for me, he says.
At least our son married a stable one. He'll nod.
I'm pretty sure most of us are stable. My brother, not so much.
He'll just shake his head like, are you...
Sky just laughs, and it is like the most hollow sounding laugh you've ever heard. And he says, stable? That is not a definition I would use to describe your kind. I am sorry.
Looks at Darcy. What did you guys do before I got here? I feel like I'm missing something. Did somebody kill one of them? Did my brother fuck up?
What?
Brother was dating one of you guys for a while, so one of your people.
So
his entire face. Just wow.
So you see Sky cross his arms, and then like there's just dark daggers.
So I'm assuming, yes, my brother fucked up. She pushes the donuts to Phoenix.
He steps forward and he says, that is an understatement. If he was here, I would eat him alive just to watch him scream. Oh, and he's being completely honest. You can use Truth of Gaia.
I don't think I'm gonna need to. Maybe it's a good thing he got shipped away for training and punishment.
We could literally talk about paint peeling from the wall and it would be more...
Speaking of paint
he just says softly.
She says and looks away from Sky and covers her eyes. I'm going to be in happy thoughts for a couple of minutes. Darcy, take over speaking for me.
Darcy's like... Darcy goes over and starts rubbing her back for a second, like, girl, it's okay. Sky is just really quiet. And he looks over at Finn and he says, I think I would even rather talk about my death than talk about that man. He says bitterly.
Eyebrow over her hands quirks up. Why would you want to talk about your death? You two are so pretty, you should live forever.
And yet, someone decided it would be fashionable to go ahead and die. He looks over it at his darling husband.
He shrugs. It's not my fault I had a heart attack and just keeled over, clutching my chest.
Yeah, no, that's not your fault at all. He just shakes his head. No, that's not your fault at all.
I mean, I should have went to the doctor, okay? And he shrugs.
Several times. When you noticed that you were short of breath when you were exercising, you should have gone to the doctor. But no, we didn't go to the doctor then. When you noticed you're going a little bit gray, no, we didn't go to the doctor then. He just shakes his head.
My hair was always gray.
I love you. Why are you leaving? Okay.
It's more of a silvery, like, moon color, as Izakota says from behind her hands.
She's attracted to me. He looks over at Phoenix.
He nods. He attracted you.
No, I'm not. She says,
He'll flirt with Darcy all day. He'll just shake his head.
Oh my god, I would not flirt with Darcy.
You're in love with him. It's plain to see.
No offense, Alpha, she says to him.
He gives her serious heart hands.
I can't see what he's doing. I don't want to look or his skin will be melting again.
My skin is not melting.
They're practically married. He says to Sky.
No.
You
know what? You know what? Here, like, eyes still closed, pulls out her phone. This is what I'm attracted to. Like, shows a picture of Tristan that she has saved on her phone. The one she showed Darcy where he's like in bed with his shirt unbuttoned.
So, men like my husband. Got it.
She looks confused. They look nothing alike. I mean, besides
Nothing
hair
at all.
color.
We don't look anything alike. And he looks at the phone and looks at, like, he looks at him.
Are you gonna leave me for him? He starts crying. Like, he'll actually make tears come out just being an asshole.
And then he looks over at Sky.
I love you.
He looks over at Finn, and then he just kind of crosses his arms and he's like, I'm leaving you.
He, like, gasps and he puts his hand on his chest and he can't even. He just...
Okay, that's whatever. He just can't do it anymore. He's like, I'm sorry. That was too far. I'm sorry. He wraps him up.
Aziza kind of claps.
Look, everything without you was terrible. I couldn't even pay the phone bill.
Yeah, Aziza is all
tears pouring down his face. It's fantastic.
Look,
Sky is like wiping them away, and he's like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Not okay.
I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I've already had a heart attack once, and now I'm in a 16-year-old body. It's fine.
Oh God, can you go at 18? I'm not that kind of man.
Okay, 18-year-old body. I don't know the age of this body.
Just
I just
not my fetish. Okay, it's not. It's just not my fetish. So, hey, he says to him.
So, Darcy, For gag gifts for the family, she's, our group. Should we hit up the store next to my new apartment? I want to see Jungly's face if we get him something from there.
Oh my god, get him a whip.
I don't want to give him a whip because knowing my luck, he'll
What?
use it against me during training.
Literally anything that you could get from there, he could use against you. Oh my god, I just said so. Ugh, ugh.
He just smiles at him, and I was waiting for that. Actually, I was waiting for you to get there.
Maybe we should ask his wife, Troll, what to get him as a gag gift.
I don't think that's his wife.
Pretty sure that's his wife. They both said they're getting married. I thought they already would be.
Sure.
She's looking very confused. Darcy, am I missing something? I know they're both pranksters. Did they play another prank? Because I've been making them a wedding gift.
Wow.
Darcy chuckles. They're both ragabash. And I don't think Xiangli is very into anyone.
Her eyebrow is twitching frantically. So you're saying 83 hours working on a quilt is down the drain.
I mean, you could still give it to him.
My daughter is having a baby. She's having 2 babies. So
Then we can have someone who will respect and have a use for the quilt, unlike my sensei. She says.
Sky blinks when she says sensei, and then he looks over at Finn. Okay.
he smiles.
Did you know he made me have to find my way home the other day? He left me in the middle of the woods and said I couldn't come home if I didn't smell like something that wasn't me.
What?
What?
She's saying that to Darcy. That's his training. He's been leaving me in the woods or pouring alcohol all over me, then leaving me in the woods.
I feel like this isn't training.
That does not sound like training. Darcy is shocked and he's just blinking.
She sticks her arm out to Darcy. Go ahead. It worked. Take a whiff.
He leans in slowly and smells.
No sense.
Blink, 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 blink. Okay, that's interesting.
That's certainly a way to do that.
Yeah. So, how many other people are having kids in this town? Maybe I could make the quilts and sell them for extra money for the potluck dinner. I'm sure you'll want all your friends to come, right, Darcy?
You think I have friends? He laughs.
We're technically having it's a really interesting with us is an interesting circumstance. See, our daughter is pregnant with my brother, grandson. He'll nod.
She looks very confused at him. What? You roboted me.
My daughter is pregnant with my grandson and my brother or sister. My granddaughter, or can you hear me?
Sky raises a finger up and he says, "She's surrogating."
You guys hear me?
Okay, we can sort of hear you, Johnny. Sky fixed it for you there, so you didn't have to repeat it again. Just
Okay, there. Am I back now?
Yes.
Yes.
So much
Okay.
better. Oh,
Yes.
surrogate, that's a wonderful thing to do.
Okay.
So,
Fen, that is very unnecessary how you were explaining it. He just combs his hair.
So, quilts for them, quilts for Jessie. She looks at Darcy. A quilt for you and Anton.
Actually, Darcy raises a finger. I still need to go visit his sept at some point.
Who's sept?
Anton is the alpha of the sept.
Oh.
She whimpers. You don't need me for that, right?
What are you doing?
I didn't say I needed you to come. I just mentioned that I would need to go check.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you needed me or not, if that's why you were... Have fun! That's all she adds.
Okay. He shrugs.
Be good.
I'll be the best me I can be.
And Darcy...
And then Sky looks over at Finn, and then he says, under his breath, "It isn't much."
I trust you, Darcy, is all she yells after him as he leaves. I have faith in you!
I'll go ahead and switch back to Darcy. Darcy's kind of looking between them like, well... Okay. So I need to figure out about the Nervosa issue. Why is everybody quiet? Are we ending the scene?
No. I thought Darcy had something to say, and you were kind of dragging it out, so I was trying to make sure you had everything you wanted to say out.
Oh. Oh, okay.
But, like, Aziza's literally doesn't know anything about the issue that he's helping Phoenix with, so she's just kind of there listening.
Okay, the biggest thing is we may have to get help from the Guru who are not a part of any tribe. Because whenever Adelheid and I were talking with them, we met one of them who is the police chief. Yes, the chief of police in San Diego is a Guru, a septless Guru.
Well, that's not the worst thing he could be.
Well, I don't know if they talk together or anything. I don't know. It's just a bunch of. Don't listen to me. I'm just rambling. It's nothing.
He feels a very soft tug on like the hemline of his pants.
Darcy looks down.
He doesn't see anything.
Oh, joy.
Oh,
Darcy's
joy.
gonna be haunted too! Bless you.
He feels a soft tug on his hair.
Darcy takes a breath. Oh God.
It's like a little tug tug.
He looks over.
He actually does see something this time.
Okay.
I'm putting his overlay up. Hold on.
Okay.
Phoenix left, by the way. He went with. He would have gone with Sky.
Okay.
He sees that.
Tony! He wraps his arms around him.
So Aziza basically sees this, like, boy.
She got described
like a
him
teenager.
earlier. And she leans forward and she just smiles at Darcy.
Yeah, he'll basically kind of wrap his arms around him.
Darcy.
This is...
No. She raises her hand. I agree. Is all she said and orders the tea.
Brows go up as he sits in Darcy's lap, confused.
He is a beautiful little hummingbird.
She likes him already. He combs his hair.
What?
Apparently, she likes you already.
Oh.
This is Aziza, my best friend and packmate.
As soon as she gets her tea, she sits down from sipping it and waves at him.
She was the person who kept trying to call me away from you. He raises a finger.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was having a bad moment and I really needed help, and you can punish me however you see fit. It like does a half bow with her head against the table to it.
I swear, he's gonna get the wrong idea. I was not the one who gave her those rope burns, okay? That was... okay.
Like, it's a blood red face. Stop pointing that out. It was macrame.
I'm sorry, they're visible for everyone to see. I'm sorry, go ahead.
He just sighs softly.
Oh, well, if my silver burns were visible for all the world to see, would you point them? Anyway, I like him. He seems calm.
He smiles.
If he drinks him.
He
just shakes his head.
I swear to God, OC, did he really just say, get a few drinks in me?
Yep.
Yes, he's been talking the entire fucking time.
No, I heard
it. Just can't hear him.
I heard what he said. I just want to make sure I heard right.
I just don't think you guys realize he has actually been talking the entire time. I haven't shut up. You guys just can't hear him.
She kind of chuckles, pulls her flask out, and offers it to him.
I'll take a long drink from it.
It is honey rum.
Yummy. Yeah, he doesn't drink like a 14-year-old.
Okay. For one, okay. This is Antony, or how do you... we'll see, I always pronounce it wrong.
No, it's okay, it's okay. he cups his precious little cheeks because he's not sure he's been able to hear him yet. And he'll say, my name is Antony. Antony.
His name is Antony. He presses his cheek to his.
They often go by Tony.
I have to really listen. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yes. They often go by Tony.
That's how I just... that's what I call... I can't speak.
Kiss his cheek.
Don't speak. I know what you're thinking, and I don't need your reasons.
Darcy sees the light up on Aziza's phone as she's recording this.
The cacophony of the abyss.
So, boss, Tristan's really enjoying the video of you singing.
Oh my.
Fine, if he wants to hear me singing. Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. What's that icy thing hanging around my neck? That's gold. Show me some respect. Oh, I thank God every day. I woke up feeling this way. I can't help loving myself, and I don't need nobody else. No.
Ziza raises a finger and walks to the counter. And a slice of chocolate.
So Tony will look at Darcy and he'll say, what should I say? He smiles.
He taps a finger on his lips and he can't think of what he should sing.
Come on. Give me something.
I want to dance with somebody. Whitney Houston.
Oh, God.
Sooner or later, how to chase my blues away. I need a love. DC is singing.
I hear it.
When the night comes, I know you don't call. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the beat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Darcy squeeze, he picks him up and he starts dancing with him.
While they're dancing,
that was really hard, by the way, out of game. Holy fuck.
I'm sure that was, because we've all played a sleep.
Hurt.
Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Slice of chocolate cake at each of their spots on the table.
But yeah, Darcy is dancing with Tony.
Aziza's just watching them, smiling. Like she's watching a Disney movie.
Yeah, Tony will, when they put him back down, Tony will say, I can't.
You can't what?
And then he'll whisper, I'm allergic to chocolate.
She pulls the chocolate slice away from him and pushes the pumpkin spice donuts to his spot.
He'll nom those.
He'll actually like
stop breathing.
Darcy's brows furrow and he says, I will never give you chocolate ever. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. He whimpers.
Stop breathing if I eat chocolate.
I know, I just heard that. I don't ever want to hear you stop breathing. He starts tearing up.
The only way I want to hear you stop breathing is if we die in each other's arms.
Oh.
How romantic.
He just like leads it to him.
And I'll stroke his cheek.
I hope everybody finds a love like you two someday.
So Darcy turns to Aziza and he says, I didn't tell you the whole story.
Shit, the
Wait,
look.
What whole story?
She blinks. What's the whole story, Darcy? Tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap.
We're getting married.
She stops tapping her fingers. That is so much better than what I thought.
Thumbs up.
I thought for a minute maybe he helped the other guy curse me.
No.
I cursed you to be alive.
Yeah. I like you. I'm so happy. Congratulations. I'll bake you a really big cake that's not chocolate.
Thank you.
He smiles.
Now I wonder, should I invite Tristan to join us, and would he even leave the house? All that whistling.
He even whistles soft. I'm not going to be here. I have to go to work.
Okay.
It was nice meeting you.
He looks at him and he's like, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna be doing at the Laughing Lynx now.
With it? He'll shrug.
She pushes the custody paper she wrote up towards Darcy.
We shared a lot of books.
And you alternate on Wednesdays by this. It'd be fair.
She wrote up a custody agreement for her books.
Oh my lord.
Books
Have
should
you asked him what he wants to do about it? Cody says softly, have you asked him what he wants to do about it?
I still have to talk with him.
Why don't you text him?
Okay.
He'll nuzzle him, preparing for the text.
He goes down and texts him.
So what does he text?
I am texting you off to the side.
Ah, okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
He'll nuzzle him and kind of like comb his fingers through his hair.
Aziza is totally texting Tristan. I hope you know how much I love you. Click.
He'll say, remind me later.
Her whole face is beet red while she stares at said cell phone. I don't know how to reply to that, is all she stammers at her phone.
Anton leans over. Anthony leans over and looks. And he'll smile. I'm sorry. Yeah, he smiles.
Darcy's actually tearing up now.
Oh, poor Darcy.
He'll nuzzle his face to his neck.
And he leans into
When you say you're
him.
texting me, did you mean my phone or on the side chat?
I texted
on,
it.
like, yeah.
I texted in Messenger.
Not putting it where I can read and eat popcorn. Darn you. Oh, the guys are going to be so pissed OOC-wise.
Oh, Darcy starts crying. Like, hardcore crying.
She has stood up and walked over to him. Darcy?
He told me to take it all. It doesn't matter. He's already brought it to my dad's place.
He frowns.
She pats Darcy's head.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna let you and your friend here be alone for a few minutes, okay?
No, could you stay?
Oh, okay.
He reaches forward and he hugs Aziza.
She'll hug him back. She like pets his head like he's a little kid though.
He's fine with that. And he holds on to her.
He's still in his lap, but he will like kind of make room
She'll pull him into the hug also.
for her to get up in there too. Oh yay! Wee! Wee! Wee!
Yeah. Darcy is nuzzling Tony while he's hugging Aziza. And he just lets out auto soft breath and he's like, I didn't expect that. That was...
Well, you know what they say about injuries. Rip the Band-Aid off fast.
Yeah. He did rip it off fast.
Do you need some more self-flogging?
Give me all the self-flogging.
She pulls the donuts towards him.
He starts nibbling on them. I hate pumpkin spice.
We both do. I think that's actually a good point to end, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm also sure Finnick.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I'm also sure that Phoenix is tired of bitches crying in his area.
He is so used to it.
Yeah, he's used to it.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Darcy's crying yet again. Thank you.
And our next scene will be Aziza being drugged to Jesus.
Oh.